friend having a little tea party?
Maybe. And you're not invited.
That's my lawyer. I gotta go. Hey, say hi to the Mad Hatter for me. Hey, so what's going on?
Sam, hi. Don't you look lovely?
You wanted to see me?
I did.
Really? Why?
Yeah, you mind if I come in?
Sure. I don't have a lot of time.
That's okay. This will just take a minute.
Okay.
Luke told me if I needed some police assistance, you'd be the guy to come to.
Well, what about your ex-wife?
I can't go to her without proof.
I don't think I'm gonna want to know the answer, but proof of what?
That a guy who you think is Duke Lavery is in effect an ex-spy by the name of Faison.
I've been doing some research online.
Oh, yeah? What?
Hurley Mountain.
Oh, you should see it, Anna. Absolutely nothing's changed. It's like stepping back in a time machine.
No Wi-Fi, no cable?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stone fireplace and the old antique rocking chair that you liked so much.
Oh, that sounds appealing.
Someone's at my door.
You expecting someone?
Only the plumber. I have to fix a leak.
I guess maybe you ought to deal with that leak. I don't want your apartment flooding on my account.
No. Not until you give me an answer. The manager's only going to hold the cabin until tonight.
Well, then I'll let you know at the end of the day. I promise. Okay, my breakfast date is here, so I got...
Date? I'm not so sure that I like the sound of that.
Well, too bad. Bye.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
Thanks for meeting me.
Sure, what can I do for you?
Hire me?
I flew out as soon as I could make arrangements. Is it true?
Scorpio's here. He suspects who I really am. He confided in an old associate of mine, Helena Cassadine, and she was kind enough to fill me in. So you tell me, plumber, are you responsible for the leak?
I haven't revealed your true identity to anyone.
Well, I wonder how Scorpio got the information. More importantly, I wonder what he's going to do with it.
With no evidence to prove his theory, perhaps Scorpio will give up.
He won't give up. He is relentless. There's only one way to deal with him.
Going to kill him? Is that wise?
Not for me. Well, that's why you are here. I shall be far away, with the perfect alibi.
I know Luke was suspicious of Lavery,
With good reason, too.
but I still don't get how this Faison guy fits into the mix.
Let me cut to the chase. Faison is obsessed with Anna. Spent most of his life stalking her. 10 years ago, we got a report that he was dead, but in effect, he's really been laying low and assuming Lavery's identity.
So Luke sent you here to warn Anna?
Pretty much. But she's not going to go for anything without proof, and, well, that's where you come in.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
It's simple. You've got to get Lavery to come into the station.
On what grounds?
Well, no charges. Just that you want to talk about police matter.
Well, I'm going to have to be more specific than that.
Lavery was once part of a criminal syndicate in Port Charles. Tell him, ask him. You want to use his expertise. Get him in there, get him in the interrogation room. I'll be behind the mirror. Let him loosen up a little bit. Talk about the bad old days, and then throw in a question about Faison.
What kind of question?
Well, that he was crossing through Turkey at the time that Duke was there.
Okay, and then what? We watch him and see how he reacts.
What do you say?
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Did you just... invited you for one simple reason, because you're family.
Danny's a little too young to chat.
Well, he's certainly darling to look at. Tea? There's, scones with clotted cream and cucumber sandwiches, and of course, pickle Lila.
Pickle Lila.
Yes, my mother's relish. It goes with everything.
I'm not really hungry.
Okay, well, maybe later. Maybe I should give the baby his present. I have someone who wants to meet you. Do you want to meet him? His name is Mr. Bear.
Tracy, why don't you forget
Bill
about
the Bear.
bears and clotted cream and tell me, why are you doing this?
You have to ask? Because we're family.
What do you really want?
I'll tell you why. She wants your 18% of VLQ.
I thought I made myself perfectly clear you're not invited.
You know, I almost feel bad for Tracy. I mean, all those years as CEO of VLQ, and the only thing grandfather left her was this little jar of relish.
I am perfectly happy with my inheritance.
Yeah, but she would have been a lot happier with shares of VLQ. You see, Tracy's smart. She knows that between Jason's shares and Danny's shares, you now control 18%.
Wait, what about the other shares that Jason already controlled? I think the ones that he inherited from Ellen and Lila and Emily.
Not that I wanted to discuss business today.
What are you talking about? That's exactly why you invited her to this little party.
Daddy had controlling interest in ELQ, but the company charter was made up so that all the other shares are subordinate to his.
So the other stock doesn't count?
Well, it collects dividends. It's actually very valuable. But only the shares that are controlled by his direct heirs are the ones that have a say on the board.
No one else?
Theoretically, if the board was deadlocked and there was a perfect tie, then the other shares would get voted.
Now, do we know who controls those shares? I mean, apart from Sam on behalf of Jason?
Don't get too excited, Junior. Daddy managed to reacquire all of the shares that left the family to other businesses and ex-wives. And in fact, he was in control of all of it at his passing.
Which would explain Tracy's sudden burst of hospitality. See, if she gets enough shareholders behind her, then she doesn't have to worry about getting booted as CEO of VLQ.
Booted? I've done an excellent job. Who would want to oust me from my position?
I don't know, probably about 41%.
I can think of 41% who wouldn't.
Well, looky. You've been doing some math.
And you have too. Plotting behind my back with Sky, were you?
So the way I see it, my 18% could swing the vote either way.
Lawyer says I need money to fight for custody of my son. I need to show a stable income. I need a job, Anna.
Oh, honey, but wouldn't it be better in Landview? I mean, why Port Charles?
Well,
You'd be closer to your son in Landview.
Yes. There's a restraining order barring me from any contact.
It's a bit excessive.
Yeah. I keep my distance because I know if I was in Landview, I would violate it.
Okay.
And if I go back in the Landview Police Department, there's a pretty good chance Bo loses his job as commissioner.
All right, then I guess it's Port Charles.
Yeah, you know, I'm living out of a suitcase, but I feel somewhat grounded here. I know some people and, you know, anything that makes me look more stable.
Stable dad.
Stable dad. I need to work.
I don't really have anything to offer you. I mean, like, not a good position that's up to your expertise, or certainly not your pay grade.
You know, I don't need much. Make me an offer.
I just lost Detective Padilla. She went to New York City. So Dante needs a partner. I mean, it's not like task force or anything. It is what it is.
That's okay. You know, Dante's a good cop. He's good people.
And what about working with me? You know, we've had a different kind of relationship, mentor, whatever. And I'd be your boss.
Oh, I knew there was a catch. I think I'd be okay with that.
Great, John. That's... When do you want to start?
How about now?
Detective McBain, welcome aboard.
So you want me to drag Lavery down to the station under the commissioner's nose and question him? If this guy's this ex-spy like you say he is, wouldn't he be able to beat an interrogation?
Let's forget the questioning. Let's try another angle. Plastic surgery. We need to get him in front of an HD camera or a scanner.
Well, I don't have those kinds of resources. Even if I did, I wouldn't be able to justify using them.
I need something. Anything right now.
Of course.
Surgery.
There's no proof.
Not with photographs. There's got to be a record, a document somewhere. And maybe he's got that on him. Can you get a warrant to search his apartment?
A warrant? Don't you think that's going to tip him off?
Detective, I'm running out of options here.
Look, I got to go meet my wife. I promise you I will help you to the best of my ability within reason.
Define within reason.
Please just don't do anything on your own.
I don't see that I can at the moment.
Look, I've been at the PCPD a while now, and I've heard your name mentioned a lot. Always with respect. You say that Lavery is Faison, I believe you. Just wait till I get back from the hospital. Stay here. When I do, we'll talk.
You don't know who Scorpio has confided in. If something happens to him, they might tell the police.
Which would lead Anna straight to me.
You can't risk it.
No, I know Scorpio. He won't give up his theory that Duke Lavery and Faison are the same person. I have to find a way to neutralize him.
Sorry, Detective. Faison's 6 city blocks ahead of me. And it's about time I caught up.
I'm gonna go see Anna and find out how much she knows.
Do you want me to accompany you?
No. If she sees you, she'll recognize you from the clinic. You stay here.
Of course. Let me know if you need anything.
Well, now that you come to mention it, Frau Plummer, the WC isn't flushing properly. Why don't you go take a look at that?
We have made significant increases in a bad economy. A change in leadership would only cause uncertainty. The stock value could go down. That's something that you should be concerned about, considering that you and baby Daniel are significant shareholders.
Or you could just forget about the stock altogether. And you can remember how Tracy treated you and Jason. And hey, listen, you gotta admit, firing Tracy would be some really great payback. I mean, I think it would be. It's just me.
Why do you care what happens to ELQ? You're spending the rest of your life in prison.
Maybe. But he does have a good point.
You know, you're not serious.
Does that mean you'll vote against Tracy?
You wouldn't.
Wouldn't I?
Where do you want me to start?
The Jason Morgan case. Yeah, the ME says that the accountant, Bernie Abrams, was shot with 2 different guns. We recovered one at the scene. It had Scully's prints all over it.
You looking for the second shooter?
Yep, I think a good place to start is find out who Scully was working for.
Hello, Anna.
Oh, what a surprise.
Well, a good one, I hope.
Yes, yes, of course. This is John McLean.
Oh, Duke Lavery.
Pleasure.
He's an old friend of mine, very talented detective. He's going to be joining the force, and he's got his first assignment. Looking for the second shooter in the Morgan case.
Oh, well, if you're as good as Anna says you are, then I'm sure you're going to find him.
I just spoke to you on the phone. I didn't expect to see you.
Oh, I had an errand in the neighborhood. I thought I'd come by and see if I could catch you and ask you if you have an answer for me.
What happened to this promise of being patient?
Oh, don't be cross with me.
No, I'm not being
Well, I just
cross.
get carried away. I'm kind of really looking forward to getting away with you. You know, escaping our jobs and our well-meaning but sometimes intrusive friends. And spending time together. Like learning our differences and perhaps seeing where we're still the same.
Right. Well, it sounds tempting. I've been giving it some thought, you know, and it would be nice, I guess, to get away together.
Do I have an answer?
very eager about this ski trip, aren't you?
Well, it would be fun. I mean, when was the last time you had fun, Commissioner?
I don't know.
Excuse me. Yes?
You have a problem. Scorpio just broke in.
I see.
I managed to get out before he saw me, but he's still in your apartment.
Thank you very much for calling me, Mr. Bronowitz. But don't worry, I'll handle it from here.
You'll take care of it.
Yes. You stay out of the way. For your own safety.
Is something wrong?
Well, that was my neighbor. He thinks somebody has broken into my apartment. I don't know. What should I do? Should I call the police?
I am the police.
Sometimes I forget.
Well, let's go to your apartment. Come on.
Don't be hasty. ELQ is the Quartermain legacy.
You never thought I was good enough to be a Quartermain, and Jason didn't want to be one.
Jason wanted nothing to do with the family's infighting. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want it for you or Danny either.
Don't let your emotions be manipulated by my felonious nephew. Anyone who has ever trusted AJ has lived to regret it.
Nice work.
Yeah, well, Tracy was pretty awful to me back in the day. Any opportunity I have to torture her, I'll take it, but I think that was probably all it was.
Meaning what?
Well, it's just, I don't want to have anything to do with ELQ. And to be quite honest, I've heard that she's been doing a pretty good job.
Meaning you wouldn't vote against her?
I think you have to answer Tracy's question first. I mean, why do you care? What's in it for you?
Look, she can talk all she wants about the company thriving, all right? I happen to know some of the things that Tracy's been doing, and they are not all on the up and up.
Okay, what's the big deal? It probably doesn't compare to anything you've done.
Okay, fair enough. I am clearly not in a position to judge anybody, but...
You know what? I've probably got to get home. Can you tell Tracy thanks for nothing? Thank you.
Hey, Sam, you know, Tracy did go to all the trouble to get this food. I mean, somebody ought to eat it. What do you say?
Well, Danny is down for the count. Yeah, I guess I could stay for a few minutes.
Good. I'm glad. So, how you doing?
How you doing?
I don't know. House is quiet without grandfather.
I can't imagine. Thank you for calling me. I mean, I'm really happy that Danny got to meet his great-grandfather.
I wish I would have had a chance to say goodbye to him.
I know Edward would have loved that.
Yeah, I think that's why I care so much about ELQ. It's just a chance for me to make him proud. I know that you've got no reason to believe anything that I say, but I really want to get it right this time.
I believe you.
Alice? Oh, never mind. Ah, Lieutenant McBain, you must be looking for my nephew.
Actually, I'm looking for you.
I don't know.
You know who knows, right? You just stay behind me. Door's open.
No, I definitely closed it and locked it. Perhaps Abramowitz is right.
Freeze! Freeze!
Thanks for the tea.
Anytime. Not going anywhere yet.
Excuse me. Stop by anytime.
What?
Thanks for the tea. You were working Sam, weren't you?
Tracy, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You plied her with my scones, my sandwiches. Admit it, you want that 18% just as badly as I do.
No, why would that even matter? I'm going to be spending the rest of my life in prison, remember? So you, Auntie, have nothing to worry about.
Seriously? Breaking and entering?
Well, I got my reasons.
Yeah, well, you don't have a warrant, do you?
Well, that's in the car.
You don't think I'm gonna arrest you?
Just calm down. If this is distressing you, Anna, I don't have to press charges.
Oh, shut up, you phony bastard. Can't you see how this guy's playing you?
You never change, do you, Robert? You're just so supremely arrogant. Robert Scorpio doesn't have to have a warrant, a badge, anything. He can just barge in wherever he wants to, trying to dictate my life. I'm sick of it.
I'm trying to save your bloody life. Now this This here is not Duke Lavery. This is Faison.